from Sri Lanka, finally here. Long journey, got in early hours of the morning, and it's now just before 8 o'clock. I should probably still be asleep, but I'm awake, so I'm thinking let's get in that pool for a quick dip and make the most of the day. I'm just chilling out here with a blackbird who's decided to join me. Only in Sri Lanka. It's getting hot, it's getting humid here as the day goes on. It's still early and I want to get out and do some shooting, so we're going to go down the waterfront soon and get some photography done, get some cinemagraphs made, and we'll come back and maybe do a little tutorial edit later on. So if you want to catch up on what I'm doing here in Sri Lanka, watch my last two videos for an overview and read the description. I'm really excited about the projects I'm going to be doing later in the week. I'm here also for the next few days with a conference with Dilmah, who I work for in New Zealand. We'll cover a little bit of that too. But today we've got a day at leisure, so chance to acclimatise to this temperature and to recover from the long flights. And one thing I'm finding, while I can acclimatise, my lenses don't so easily. So here's a little tip. If you go doing photography in hot, humid countries, you're always going to be going from extreme air-conditioned cold to real extreme heat outside. And what happens is your lenses, they start fogging up straight away. So the way to avoid that is not to just run straight outside and start shooting straight away. You need to give them a chance to warm up, because the metal, the glass, it's cold, and as soon as it hits the hot environment you get condensation building up and fogging. So put your lenses, your camera in a bag, close the bag and put it outside. Sit outside like I am now for a couple of minutes and let it warm up gradually. That way you won't get the condensation the moment you pull your cameras out and you're ready to shoot. The other way to do it is to, if you're going to be in a car, I'd leave the air conditioning off, which can be uncomfortable in a hot climate, or put it in the boot where there's no air conditioning. That way they'll warm up gradually, so by the time you get to your destination you can pull it out and start shooting. You don't want to get the condensation on some lenses, because as I discovered unfortunately on this lens, which is my 14-140, I've noticed on the inside of the front glass is a little bit of water spot damage. You can start getting moulding. Not all lenses will do that, but it's not affecting this one too much. I think it's usable, but you want to avoid that at all costs. So there's a really good little tip for shooting in these hot environments. Okay, so let's get out and enjoy the rest of the day. What was your name?
Raju.
Raju! Raju is going to take me down to the, it's called the Galle Green, beautiful part of the waterfront. Alright, into a tuk-tuk, let's go. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent. Hey,
Bye, sir.
Windy here, but let's see if this works. So I'm going to set up a little cinemagraph here. Got the camera set up behind me. I was planning to sit on that chair. A bunch of guys just came and sat there instead, so I might just go join them. I'm going to get a shot with that tent blowing in the background. There's a flag blowing in the background there. I'm going to line up the compositions so that I'm sitting in that chair, or they are, still as a cinemagraph with all the other elements blowing in the background. So if you haven't seen what cinemagraphs are about, you'll see in some of my other videos. If this is new to you, watch and I'll teach you. I think I got that. A couple of friendly young guys enjoying their Sunday down in the park. Of course it's Sunday here. This is where everyone comes to chill. I remember when I first started coming here to Sri Lanka, this was very different. The Civil War was still on and this whole park was closed. It was part of the military facility where they camped out. So this is a much different environment. Beautiful. Everyone's down here enjoying themselves, families. Of course, while I was trying to take that shot, there was a guy trying to tell me to come and take photos of his monkey. As much as I'd love to, of course, you know, he's trying to make a living, fair enough, but I know it's going to require me to pay him and he'll probably follow me until I do. Another time maybe. All respect for people trying to make a living, but sometimes when you travel you just got to say, Respectfully, no, not today. So in this shot here, I'm trying to get the kites blowing up in the sky. I'm going to have them still, motionless, with just the shadows on the ground being in motion, everything else still. It'll make quite a nice cinematograph. Beautiful blue sky in the background there. Let's see if we can get that. All right. One thing I like about traveling is you always have the confidence just to ask people to jump into a shot for you. It makes a nice change from me getting my own shots. And especially here in Sri Lanka, they're just so friendly. It makes it so much easier. I love this. Surf lifesavers, because they're all swimming down here on the beach. Alright, I think we've got some good shots there. There's some rain clouds seem to be coming in. I don't want to get caught out here in a torrential downpour. I'm not quite prepared for that today. So we'll head back to the hotel and look forward to editing some of those shots, see how they come out. See you guys. So cute. Families out here flying their kites. Look forward to bringing my own family over here one day. Little Millie would love it. She loves her kites. Okay, see you shortly.